Hello Libra, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Don Brunk, illustrated by Ola Leola. There is a website for them, cicobooks.com. Supportive Oracle cards, where are you? Spell casting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. There's a website for them, shewhoisart.com over here. There's also a couple other websites, so if you're interested, feel free to freeze frame and search those out if you'd like to. Okay. What do we have for Libra? I feel like this might get confusing. I'm already getting like a confusion energy here. So either it already is a situation that's confusing, or... Alright, there's a card that popped up. It's the Five of Wands. But in this deck, it has a scorpion on it. I did it with all the water signs. I did it with a couple of the fire signs. I haven't done it for any of the others, I don't think. But this reading is valid for when you come to it. But if you are watching this in September of 2021, Venus goes into Scorpio, I believe, on the 10th. While Venus is in Scorpio, that might trigger this next situation. If you're watching this video after that time frame, Scorpio when the Sun is in Scorpio, or the moon sign goes into Scorpio, that might trigger this next situation. So just keep that in mind, because for some reason, Venus going into Scorpio, for some signs it seems to be triggering something, and I feel like you're one of those signs. I didn't expect that to come forward, but it did pop up for you. Excuse me. And confusion, nervousness. I'm getting the hiccups with yours too. Who else did I get the hiccups with? I don't remember, but we're going to try to go forward to the next energy here, because I do see the Four of Swords. Like you're going to make a difference. I feel like I'm very worried, though. I'm very worried that things are going to go badly, but I do feel like healing actually does occur. Things do go better, but I feel like you're very concerned, like, ooh, this is going to go bad. I'm not sure if this is going to be right. Really kind of nervous about it. You also have the Moon card here with the rabbit. I don't feel guaranteed that things are going to go well. In fact, I think that's why I got the Three of... It's the Four of Swords, but I feel like that 3 is just like looming above my head, like, oh, this could be very bad. I'm nervous. I feel like, instead of things going better, they could go worse, and I'm nervous about it. I feel very nervous about it. I got anxiety about it. You're afraid that people are going to look at you like you're a troublemaker. Instead of it being looked at like you're trying to make things better, you're afraid that somebody's going to slingshot this back at you and be like, oh no, you're actually the reason this is a problem. Libra, you're the one who made it a mess. Like, you're afraid somebody's going to throw stuff at you kind of like you're the problem. And you're like, I'm not the problem. I'm trying to fix the problem. I'm trying to make this go better. The wheel is here. Things are just... The wheel... See, the wheel. In the long run, this will not be bad. I am getting like this random back and forth motion. I just feel like the wheel just keeps spinning back and forth and back and forth. This is not just one turn of the wheel is what I'm getting. I feel like it's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's like good, bad, good, bad. It's going to make you dizzy. This is not going to end up bad. It's very stressful for you, because it's kind of like, what is going on? Every time I make 2 steps forward, somebody throws me back 5 spaces. What is going on? But then all of a sudden I get ahead 6 spaces. I go back a few spaces. It's kind of like, I don't know if I'm winning or losing right now. It goes back and forth to the point where you don't know if it's working out in your favor or against you. You have no idea. When it gets really confusing, I feel like you have no idea if things are going well or not. It gets that bad. The only thing you can do is to hold true to your vision. However you wanted this to work out, however you were originally going to handle it, I feel like this is partly advice. Stick with your original thought. Keep going with your original thought. Don't change your direction. When the Hierophant comes in, that's the sacred bull, this is usually the Hierophant energy. When things get confusing, just remember where you started, where your original goal was going. Like I started at point A, I was going to point B. Keep going that way. Even though things get random and like, well, yeah, but that happened, so maybe I should adjust. Well, then that happened, maybe I should adjust. Well, okay, now this happened. Now I think I should adjust. Don't, because it's too random. Everything just keeps going random, 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 random. You're not going to be able to adjust enough. Just, you were at point A, you were going to point B. Just keep heading to point B, no matter what happens. At least it will make a difference. It will work out that would be your best case scenario if you can do it. I'm like, I get nerves like crazy. Makes you very uncomfortable, but they're saying go to home base. It's kind of like you're at third base, head to home base. Just head to home base. Just keep going to home base. Just go there. Don't worry about who's throwing the ball to who. Don't, like, just your job, go from third to home base. Get to home base. Wait for your moment. When your moment comes, just truck it on down there. Just do that. Nerves are high. Nerves are really high in this one. What's going on? This is, okay, the Psychic Abilities card. Somebody's trying to throw you off. The energy is like unstable with this. Why? There's a lot going on with this. Stick with your primary goal, one thing at a time. Things are too confusing. Be careful of this. I feel like when I'm getting this energy, if you're having moments where psychic information is coming to you, or somebody is telling you something that you're like, I don't know how they know that, write it down. If you can journal, do journal, or just write it down and save it for later. I feel like information's going to be coming to you that's more valuable later. I'm definitely an intuitive reader, but I'm feeling like one way or another, and it could be through psychic means, yes, could be through dreams, you're going to get information that's out of timing with what you're dealing with. I feel like that's what I'm getting with this. You want to write it down or put it to the side so you come back to it later. So if you're a person who journals, or maybe during this time you want to journal, like maybe a nightly journal, like what you've dealt with, the information you've learned, you want to write this stuff to the side and just keep it for later. I was a person, I had my own personal email, but if I learned stuff at work and I was just like, this happens with this situation, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I feel like I should know, I would title my email what it was about, like this situation, and then I'd put all the information I learned from it, and I'd send it to myself, and I sent it to my own private email, and I'd keep it in a work folder, so that way later I'm like, oh, didn't I know something about that situation? I think I did. Go through my emails. Okay, here it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I remember that now. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm glad I wrote that down. You might want to do that with this situation, because the situation is very confusing. I just feel like when I'm getting this, like you might get some psychic information, yes, but I feel like it's like out of timing with when you're going to need it. Write it down. If you could log it, if you could physically write it, that's great. If you want to type it down and email it to yourself, in some respect, log the information you learn, because it seems like it's very intricate, and things are so confusing. You're not going to remember the details like you need to, but if you write them down when you learn it, or like within an hour or two after you learn it, then save it somewhere where you can go back and go, hey, I know, wait a minute, I've heard about this situation. Let me go look at my notes and see what I wrote down. That's right. I feel like that's what this is saying. You're going to come out of time information, or something that's just the timing isn't right to use it. You're going to learn things you need to remember later. No matter how it comes to you, you want to write it down and save it for later. Especially if it's a dream you're having and you're like, it just seems like something's really weird with that dream. Write down the dream, journal it, save it for later. That way you can look back on it and go, oh, you know what? You know what I mean? That card can be a bit much. I know that. So I hope that makes sense for those people who it's going to work for. If that doesn't make sense, just keep going. Don't worry about it. Because what I see coming next is like things will go back to the way they're supposed to. You have the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands are here as well. Things do not slow down, but I also feel like by you, like, okay, I was at point A, aha, I got to point B, yes. All right, now that I'm at point B, logically I should go to point C. Okay, I'm going to go to point C. Things keep going around you very fast. You just got to hold the line and keep to your plan. You'll be fine. That information that was not in the right timing, that will serve you later. Things are quick. Two of Wands, Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks to travel sometimes. To me, sometimes it also talks about change. When it comes up with the Two of Wands, like spur of the moment change. Other people are making quick changes. Other people are doing that. For you, for this time frame, stick to what you know. Stick to where you're going. I made it from A to B. All right, C. Keep focused on C. Get to C. Keep doing it in the order of operations that you've already set in motion. Don't keep readjusting. In this situation, because it's so all over the place, don't keep readjusting and you'll do the best for this situation. You also have the Empress, which is the mother, Earth Mother, cow. And you have commitment. Literally, like go from A to B, B to C, C to D. Do things in order. Keep going in order. Don't keep adjusting. It's going to be hard to resist that sometimes, but there's so much confusion around this situation. If you keep adjusting to what's going on around you, you're just going to get sucked into it and you're going to get nothing done. It's just going to be like wasted effort is what's going to happen, and you don't want that. A to B, B to C, C to D. Keep doing it. The bull is here to assist you with that. In this situation, for this time frame, this works. I'm not saying this is always how you work, and I know that. But for this situation, for this time around, they're saying do it that way. You'll make out the best in this situation. Compassion, Page of Swords, no, Page of Pentacles, and the Peacock here. This is for Libra. Beware of allies? What are we talking about? Other people are going to get sucked into this left-right motion because things are very random. Let them do what they got to do. When I say beware of allies, I don't think anybody has any bad intention for you, but you can't get sucked into their thing. Let them do what they got to do. Leave them to their own devices. I mean, you're going to have compassion for it, but also kind of like, oh, I got a lot going on right now. I'll circle back around in a minute. I feel like they won't wait, and you won't have to worry about it. Don't get sucked into other people's problems right now. Things are too crazy. Do what you need to do. Keep your goal. Keep your eye on your prize. If you get sucked into somebody else, like an ally's issue, I just feel like that leads into a land of madness. I don't think it's going to work well. Offer them emotional support, but also kind of tell them, like, I'm kind of swamped myself. I'm kind of drowned in myself. Let me get my stuff under control a little better, then I'll come over and help you. I feel like if you do it that way, they'll either say, that's okay, I'll handle it, I'll be fine. And then you could say, I'm sorry, I wish I could. And they're going to be like, no, it's fine. It's either going to be that, or they'll be like, okay, well, as soon as you can come over, just come over and help me. And you're like, okay. When you go stabilize your stuff, you'll circle back around, and I feel like they'll have moved on. Kind of like, I can't do that now, I'm sorry. And I just feel like it'll work. Like if you just step back, like, I can't help you right now, I wish I could, I'm kind of swamped, I have to go do this, but I can try to circle around later. They'll be like, that's okay, do what you got to do. Or they're like, yeah, as soon as you can come around, come help me. But when you come around, they'll have moved on. So it'll be fine. This situation is crazy. It's got a lot going on, left and right, left and right, left and right. The strongest piece of advice I keep getting is like, go from A to B, B to C, C to D. You'll be okay if you can do that. You're going to be pulled in different directions, but it's so crazy. There's so much madness going on here that if you get sucked into it, you're just going to be very ineffective. And like, why even bother if you're going to be ineffective, you know? that's the advice. I think that's what we have. I'm going to shut this down here. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.